The Steel City might be most associated with this legendary NFL franchise, but people here in Pittsburgh know that the ties to the Panthers run deep. Glad to have you with us here at Acrisure Stadium, home to the Pittsburgh Panthers. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Charlotte 49ers, taking on a fellow AAC opponent, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Lined up for the opening kickoff. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. So Charlotte's offense will get the first possession of the game. And not only is this guy the energy and the engine of the offense, there's a certain charisma that he has that sort of elevates everyone around him.
He's got a moxie about him, Maurice. It just seems like when he's in the huddle, he's got 10 other sets of eyeballs looking at him and believing in him to lead this offense down the field towards scoring points. This guy is a leader in every sense of the word.
They'll run it from the gun. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. It's a draw. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The 49ers getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Makes a connection. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. And the 49ers moving quickly to the line. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll run play action. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to him close.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. He's looking downfield to throw. Get it out on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. The 49ers line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. So Pittsburgh's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Here on 3rd down, will they go back to the running game? They'll try to bully their way for the first. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Leaves it with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now on 2nd down. The play action fake. Fires on the move. He's got it. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. Looking to go up top on first down. They're bringing nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
To the air on first down. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the 49ers have moved it inside the 20. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Into the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Pitt will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. They'll go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. He'll pull it on the read. Got the first down and more. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. going for the big play. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Ball at the 31, third and short coming, defense trying to rise up. They'll try to power their way ahead. The 49ers get it past the sticks. Time has expired here in the quarter, and it's Charlotte on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And the 49ers are marching down the field. They're going to ride this running back. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Running back searching for a hole. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. Trying to pick up a first down. Now the play fake. Looking for the end zone. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man, and they convert. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And such a blown opportunity for the offense because on 4th down, they had enough yards to pick up the first, keep the drive going, but he puts it on the ground. Defense jumps on it, and that is a massive turnover.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And they pick up just 1. It'll be 3rd and 9. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They'll try it over the left side. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. From the gun, running back on the move. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. 2nd down coming up. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Tackled after picking up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. The 49ers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, 49ers.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Georgia is on top, but this is a close game. And, you know, back in the day, you'd feed Herschel Walker and go home. That guy needs to emerge for them today. They're up by 7 over Troy. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems... He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the DB right with him to knock it away. After the incompletion, let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 33. They move the tight end all over. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. This time he's got it. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. The give to the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. It's a reverse. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down. The Panthers look to keep this drive humming. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Giving him his pads.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right. He sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
Man, that defensive line has to get off the ball.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his 1st sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Trying play action. Finds his big tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Lets it go to the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the shotgun, the inside give. Looks as if he'll get it up to about the 14-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. From the red zone, looking for a space. And he's got it! Touchdown, Charlotte!
Yeah, and it's a nice toss in the back of the end zone. Give your receiver a chance to make a play, and you could tell he knew exactly where he was, got those tippy toes right down, inbounds for the touchdown reception.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. Down in the game, there's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. They're going to throw it again. Using the quick game. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is snowed under. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. It's caught. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback now breaking the field. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The give to the back. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. This offense has a 2nd down play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Pittsburgh. What a fine performance we've seen. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the north side of Pittsburgh.
And the 49ers will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Pitt will line up to punt it away. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They'll leave it with him. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the Oak. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got his man on the right. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. They'll leave it with the lone back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. Off the play fake. Back open in the middle. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. And the Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. They're going back to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking down the middle. And it's picked off. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have...
And he can find a receiver, and down he goes.
Well, the problem with the play-action game is that it forces the QB to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer to allow some of these plays to develop. And, of course, that gives this defense longer to get after.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one. On target over the middle. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play. And here they come again. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism, his speed, his bend, and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
That makes the score Charlotte 20-3.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. From the gun, wants to pass. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. To the ground with the back. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Fast motion from the offense. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Going to the ground. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. Time has expired here in the quarter, and it's Charlotte on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Give to the running back. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. The 49ers are in the hurry-up.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Now they'll run the draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the 49ers will call on their punt team. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
A third down try for the offense. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Defense way over-eager there, and now the entire playbook just opens up before the eyes of this offensive coordinator. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Panthers! So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help in the defense.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ranked teams having at it this week, and take a look at what's going down. Missouri has the lead right now. Columbia has just been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by a field goal over Texas. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. They go to the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside. Defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Getting set on 2nd down. Power football with the run. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They'll try to run for it. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Running behind that left side.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Pocket starts to collapse. And they get the sack just like that.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, third and long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Zings it complete to the right. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Pitt will have to boot this one away. He's getting plenty of work. Fourth time we've seen this guy punt it today. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark it down at the 38-yard line. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that one first down ends this football game.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. Dropping back, it's Vincent. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the first down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. They'll try the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Throws to the tight end. He's got him and they convert. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Wants to throw on first down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on second and long from the 23. He's looking to throw. Got his man to the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He's taking the deep shot. Finds a man in the middle. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. They're going to go to the air on third and short. They're trying to get to it. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get it done.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.